Labake was a bright, hard-working university student, but there was one thing she felt insecure about: her appearance. In her university, it seemed like all the girls had a certain look. Many of them had fuller figures, especially the kind of curves that were often admired. Labeke, however, was slim and she often heard whispers from classmates who made fun of her shape. It hurt her deeply, though she tried to hide it. One evening, as Labeke sat in her small dorm room scrolling through social media, she came across a post by Auntie Rashida, a woman who claimed to help girls achieve their dream bodies through special procedures. Aunty Rashida promised quick and affordable results, and the photos on her page showed girls who seemed to have transformed overnight. Labeke's heart raced as she thought, maybe this is my chance. Maybe I can finally fit in. Little did she know this decision would change her life unexpected ways. Labake gathered her savings and decided to visit Aunty Rashida at her office in town. The office looked impressive from the outside, but when she walked in, it seemed less professional. Aunty Rashida was friendly, almost too friendly, as she reassured Labake that the procedure was safe and painless. Don't worry, my dear, Aunty Rashida said, smiling brightly. In a few days, you will look exactly how you want, and everyone will admire you. Labake felt uneasy, but Aunty Rashida's convincing words and the promise of finally fitting in made her agree. She paid the fee, which took nearly all of her savings, and scheduled the procedure for the following week. As the day of the procedure approached, Labake felt a mixture of excitement and anxiety. She kept thinking about how different her life would be once she had a fuller figure. She imagined walking into the university hallways with more confidence, no longer the target of mean comments. But deep down, she had doubts. Her best friend Kemi had warned her, saying, Labeke, you don't need to change yourself for others. You are beautiful as you are. Labake brushed off Kemi West, thinking she just does not understand. She believed that this change would solve all her problems and make her truly happy. The day finally came. Labake arrived at Aunty Rashida's office, trying to hide her nervousness. The room was small and dimly lit, not like the professional clinic she had imagined, but Aunty Rashida assured her that everything would be fine. The procedure started, and Labake tried to stay calm, but halfway through she felt a sharp pain and started to panic. It is normal, don't worry, Aunty Rashida said, but Labake could hear a hint of nervousness in her voice. By the time it was over, Labake felt weak and dizzy. Aunty Rashida sent her home with a bag of medicine, saying, take this, you will feel better in no time. But Labake couldn't shake off the feeling that something was not right. To be continued, please like, share, comment, and follow this channel for more stories. See you in our next one. One evening, Labake's condition worsened. She could barely stand, and the pain became unbearable. Kemi rushed her to the university clinic, where the doctors immediately realized that something was very wrong. The doctors asked Labake what she had done, and she tearfully explained about the procedure with Auntie Rashida. They shook their heads, warning her about the dangers of unapproved medical treatments. Labake's heart sank as she realized how serious her situation had become. After a series of tests, the doctors confirmed that Labake's procedure had been poorly done, leading to serious complications. She would need further medical treatment to recover, and it would take a long time before she could fully heal. Labake broke down in tears. She felt ashamed and foolish for trusting Auntie Rashida. Kemi held her hand and reminded her, Labake, you are still here, and that is what matters. We will get through this together. With Kemi's support, Labake decided to focus on her recovery, even though she knew it wouldn't be easy. After being discharged from the hospital, Labake stayed home for weeks to heal. When she finally returned to university, she noticed that her classmates whispered and stared at her. Some laughed, others pitied her, but most simply gossiped behind her back. Labake felt humiliated and wished she could turn back time, but Kemi encouraged her, saying, don't let them get to you. This is just a chapter in your life, not the whole story. Labake tried to hold her head high, but deep down she wondered if she could ever truly put this mistake behind her. Labake decided she had to confront Auntie Rashida. She returned to the address of the office, but it was locked and empty. No one had seen Auntie Rashida for weeks. Feeling desperate, Labake reported her case to the police, sharing all the details of the procedure. She was not the only one. Several other girls had come forward with similar complaints. The authority began an investigation, and Auntie Rashida became a wanted woman. Back at university, rumors about Auntie Rashida's shading operations spread quickly. Some students shook their heads, saying she should have known better than trust someone like that. Others felt sympathy for Labake and the other victims, realizing how vulnerable they had been. One afternoon, as Labake and Kemi were walking to class, they overheard a group of girls talking. It is not her fault. She just wanted to fit in, one girl said. For the first time, Labake felt a glimmer of understanding from her peers. As the investigation continued, Labake focused on her studies and her health. She started seeing a counselor to deal with the emotional pain she was carrying. Through therapy, she began to accept her mistake and forgive herself. Labake also realized the importance of self-love and started sharing her story with others. She wanted to warn other girls not to make the same mistake. Her honesty moved many, and she slowly regained the respect she had lost. Months later, Auntie Rashida was finally found and arrested. The news spread like wildfire. She was charged with illegal medical practice and endangering lives. Labake was called to testify in court along with other victims. Standing in court, Labake faced Auntie Rashida one last time. It was not easy, but she felt a sense of closure as she spoke the truth about what had happened. Auntie Rashida was sentenced to prison, and Labake felt a weight lift off her shoulders. The story of Labake teaches us that self-acceptance is the key to true happiness. In a world where it is easy to feel insecure about your appearance, it is important to remember that you are enough just the way you are. Seeking quick solutions to fit in can lead to bigger problems and regret. True beauty comes from within, and loving yourself as you are is the best way to find confidence and happiness. It is always wise to think twice before taking risk with your body and to seek proper advice and guidance from trusted sources. Sometimes the journey to loving yourself might be long, but it is worth it. Be proud of who you are because there is only one version of you in this world, and that makes you special. Wonderful viewers, thanks for watching. Story written and narrated by ST Folktales. Please don't forget to give me a like, share, comment. See you in our next post.